All right, guys, today is day 52. We got trail days behind us. It's May the 19th. We're getting ready to get back on trail and get to Harper's Ferry. I had a great time. Tanya came and visited me. We hung out for 4, 5, 6 days together. It was awesome. And hey, I'm just ready to get this trail going again. So all right, let's see what kind of sights we're gonna see. It's about 11 o'clock. I'm only doing 9 miles today. Because of the late start, I had a virtual VA appointment with my VA doctor. So I stayed at the hotel a little later and was able to get that knocked out at 10:30. And then, yeah, it should be around 11 o'clock now. And looking forward to getting on the trail. Let's go see some cool things. All right. Hey guys, a few more other things I wanted to add to that video. So, but hey, I got me some new clothes. I got a new shirt. This is a Jolly Gear shirt. It was given to me free, actually. One of the guys at the hotel gave it to me, so that was pretty nice of them. It's an extra large, and I actually wear a large in this shirt. But nonetheless, so yeah, starting off with, I got some new pants. So after I got here one day, they did the laundry for me, and I found out that my butt on my shorts had blown out. So I got on Amazon real quick and I was able to get some here last Friday. So I got a new pair of pants and I got some new shoes. Tanya brought me some new shoes. So basically I just got a whole new pretty outfit to wear while we go hiking. So yeah, you're probably wondering. So I got dropped off at the Tipsy back there. And the reason why I did is because I had walked the AT all the way up to that Tipsy Bear with Tanya. So anyways, I had to finish the rest of this walk. That she drove me up here to where the trailhead goes into the woods. Well, I'd have missed all this section. I can't have that. So anyways, a little ways up here, we're gonna jet off into the woods and start heading up the hills. Okay, wanted to throw those things in there later, guys. These flowers have been here this whole time. They're so pretty. Yes. I was thinking, remember that one? And I was thinking about what I thought about trail days, and whether it held up my expectations or just what I thought about trail days. And overall, trail days was a awesome thing. It brought together a lot of hikers. It brought together the community. There were lots of vendors. There were lots of, just people handing out stuff for free. And then in the evenings, that's when you would go to Tent City. So down there by where the vendors were, all that. And they had music going on during the day, some singers, stuff like that, people playing their little guitars or whatnot. And then at night, everybody would go to Tent City. Tent City was pretty interesting, especially if you go late at night. And but nonetheless, I never thought it was an environment that wasn't safe or anything. There were actually sheriff's deputies in there, but they would just, they didn't really get involved in much that I ever saw. They just kind of held back and just made sure everybody got along, you know, no fights, nothing like that. I did hang out at the Riff Raff, and of course they were giving out free beer and free bottles of whiskey. Not free bottles, but free shots of whiskey or vodka or whatever the heck you wanted. I just took advantage of the beers. But yeah, so overall I thought it was a really good time. Trail Days was well worth the effort to go. And I think Tina mentioned something about maybe trying to come back next year, maybe doing some trail magic or something. So bring our RV and find a spot and make hamburgers, hot dogs. So, all right, on down the trail. So here's a nice sized bridge. Yeah, he was at Trail Days. I saw him. Yeah, Thor's still there. Yeah, him and he brought his girlfriend down. Oh, let's see what we got here. Virginia Creeper Trail, straight ahead. Appalachian Trail, north Damascus. We've gone 6 miles so far. Saunders Shelter. Man, I got 2 miles and I'm done for the day. Of course, it's all uphill. 2 miles of uphill. Gotta love those uphills. All right, onward. Hey guys, I thought since I had already completed this most of this uphill, I wanted to talk about something that probably hasn't been mentioned or I haven't shared, but on the 12th, that was the day before, on the 12th when I got into Iron Mountain Shelter, I was pretty done. I text Tanya saying, hey, when you get here, I'm done. I'm going home with you. All right? We were just texting. I didn't get a chance to talk to her. Or wait, no, yeah, she did call. And I told her, yeah, I'm tired of this. Man, my spirits were pretty. I was wet. My feet were wet. My socks are wet. My pants are wet. I'm walking in the wet. I get to the shelter. I got to get my sleeping bag out. Take all that wet crap off. I just kept my pants on. I got inside my liner, and then got inside the sleeping bag. So sleeping bag didn't get all wet. So the liner pretty much took care of that. But then the next morning, so yeah, I even said it to some of the hikers there at the shelter. So I mean, that's how close I've gotten to giving up on this crap, you know? And then I wake up on the 13th, and it's like, one guy's doing the marathon. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing like 14 miles. Then I'll do 11 miles going into Damascus. And then I give me some trail magic, some pancakes and syrup. And it's like, oh man, now we got to do the 26. I mean, my whole attitude just flipped. I was like, holy moly. So I just went from, and then I had a good 6-day break, you know, 5 or 6 days break there in Damascus. And coming out of the chute swinging, getting this 9 miles done. Got about another, I'm almost there to the shelter, but yeah, so then no sooner than I'm talking about privately going home, next day I knock out a 26 miler. Like, who are you kidding, man? So anyways, you know, that's how things can be out here. 1 minute you can just be peachy king, and the next minute you're like, all right, forget this noise. That's how the emotions are. Anyways, oh, there's another hiker. All right, later. All right, I think we're coming up on the shelter, but all right, so I think we're coming up on the shelter. Lost Mountain Shelter, Saunders Shelter, 4th. That's the Blue Blaze, 4th of a mile. But I don't want to go that way because I have to come back that way. So I'm gonna go this way and come to the other entrance. Or when I leave in the morning, I'll have to come this way. So I'd rather just get it over with now. That way I don't skip this section of the AT. Because basically you can go in where that Blue Blaze was, where it said 1/4 of a mile, go to the shelter, and then you can go back out onto the AT. But then you'll miss this whole section right in here. Anyways, that's just the way I feel. So I'm gonna go to the next entrance, walk in from that direction. Then when I leave in the morning, I'll just leave out that way. I would have completed this. All right, so once again, all right, Saunders Shelter, 1/4 mile that way. Damascus, 8.5 miles. So I will go back this way. Now, when I leave in the morning, I'll come this way, but I wouldn't have missed all that trail back there. All right, let's go check out and see what the shelter's like.
She went to Washington State psychologist or something like that. And I'm like, okay, you guys.
Everybody just getting dinner done.
How much?